Good afternoon and good evening, that is, and welcome back to Comiskey Park in Chicago. It's game 2 of the 3-game series between the White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Tigers won last night. Larry Parrish, skipper. Detroit's playing much better baseball since the last time we saw the Tigers, and he's also got a real good golf swing. Jerry Manuel, the skipper, has seen his ball club lose 15 of its last 18 ball games, trying to turn things around here tonight against a left-handed starter in C.J. Nitkowski. The Sox have been very good against lefties, 15-8 so far this season. So the Sox have taken the field, and here's the Tiger lineup for tonight. Leading off and catching is Brad Ausmus. Batting second is shortstop Davy Cruz. Tony Clark is at first base. He'll hit third. Cleanup man is the third baseman Dean Palmer. Damian Easley plays second. He'll hit fifth, followed by the DH, last night's hitting star Robert Fick, who had the big 3-run homer. Juan Encarnacion is in left field in the 7th spot. Batting 8th in center, fellow bodybuilder Gabe Kapler. And bringing up the rear in right, Kareem Garcia. And on the mound for the Sox, making his first major league start, is Aaron Mayette, 6'4", 195-pounder, soon to be 22 years old. 28 games at Birmingham, AA affiliate of the Sox. He was 12-7, a .366 earned run average. Oh, he looks young. 138 hits and 164 2/3. That's good. 77 walks and 135 strikeouts. Aaron worked 2 innings last week against the Anaheim Angels, gave up 1 run. Here's the Lexus White Sox defense. Darren Jackson gets a start in left field. Brian Simmons plays center with Maglio Ordonez stationed in right. Greg Norton had a 2-run homer last night. He's at third base. Greg Wilson plays short. Ray Durham is at second. Paul Konerko plays first. Josh Paul, the rookie, behind the plate. Aaron Mayette on the mound. Conditions at game time. Beautiful weather. 70 degrees, humidity 40%, wind out of the west at 10. Partly cloudy and cool is the forecast. The umpires: Dan Morrison at home plate, Fieldon Culbreth at first, Larry Young at second, and Marty Foster is the third base umpire. We are ready for baseball. Here's the Hawkaroo.
All right, Wimpy, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here on Fox Sports Net Chicago. Brad Ausmus against the 21-year-old right-hander Aaron Mayette. You know, that fastball, curveball, slider change. Ausmus, 2 for 4 last night. He's a pretty good player. As the count moves to 2-0. Ausmus, 280 average, 8 homers. He's driven in 50. He's a battler. He'll take one for the club, too. Outfield just about straight away.
He gave himself a chance on that 2-0 count. He doesn't even wear armor, too. And he will take one for the team.
Oh, yeah. Saw him do that in Detroit. So Aaron Mayette out of Gig Harbor, Washington.
Been there?
You have.
Yeah.
That pitch a little bit high. 3-1 to count.
Gig Harbor's right by Canterwood.
Here's the 3-1. And he walks the dreaded leadoff walk. So Ausmus aboard, and that'll bring up the shortstop Davy Cruz. Mayette 12-7, 3.66 ERA at Birmingham, as Wimpy mentioned. There are the numbers on Cruz. 0 for 5 last evening. 23-year-old shortstop having himself a fine offensive season, and he is smooth defensively. Bit of a gap in left center. There's a curveball low. When Mayette is right, he has good movement on that fastball. A little dart in on the right-handed hitters, away from the left-handers. And there was one game this spring we saw him, he was throwing a cutter. And I really don't think he was trying to do it. That's just the way he releases the ball. That's popped up into right field. So Mags with a catch, 1 out. And all of us here at Fox Sports Net Chicago would like to welcome our affiliate, AT&T Cable Services, and all their viewers in Galesburg and Monmouth, Illinois.
Galesburg and Monmouth, yes. All right, you got to tell me.
a little bit in Galesburg, none in Monmouth.
Okay.
Of course, Galesburg, home of Knox College, where each year they celebrate Flunk Day.
Perfect. How did you know that?
Joe Grube was the valedictorian.
A flunk day? You might say he's a flunky.
That ball gets away from Josh Paul. So it'll be a wild pitch as Osmus moves into second.
Now that looked like a slider to me. Way down and in. Josh Paul couldn't get that body in front of it. And Tony Clark just barely gets his big body out of the way.
Clark 1 for 4 last night. Hitting at 285, 27 homers, 89 driven in. Way outside, 2-0. So Aaron still with some first major league start jitters out there. Got to settle down a little bit because his nature is one of being very aggressive. He likes to come right at guys, and he's got himself a 3-0 count right here to Clark. With Dean Palmer on deck. He's probably hacking. As this academic down low. So the second walk of the inning. And Jerry's going to come out and try to settle him down just a little bit. Jerry Manuel probably the biggest fan of Aaron Mayette.
Yeah.
Really likes this young man, likes his potential. And that's all he's going to try to do is take some butterflies out. Take a deep breath.
Yeah. Or just try and breathe.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he looked like he had great composure on the mound the other night in Anaheim. Of course, when you start, it's a little bit different.
Now you got more time to think about it. Plus, as we talk about, it's the old duck on the pond syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
Duck just wading along underneath those little feet are going a mile a minute.
Oh, I'm sure that heart is racing.
Here's Dean Palmer at 262. Dean 1 for 1 last night. A couple of walks. He was hit by a pitch. We talked about Jarrett Wright of the Cleveland Indians, how he is topside dominated. Mayette's a little topside dominated.
Yeah, you were commenting the other day about that.
As the count moves to 2-0. Like that, those last two pitches, he just tried to aim a little bit. Three and 0. So he's a little confused right now. And here's the motion of Aaron. You'll see doesn't really use that lower back a lot or his legs. He just gets out there, and not much of a drop and drive is. That's ball 4, so that'll load him up. Times get a guy in a situation like this. I've done it. I'm sure you may have done it too at first base. Go over to him and say, Aaron, are you single?
Yeah.
Well, you and I going out after the ball game. Anything, just try to break. As there's a breaking ball strike. The box cheer comes up from the crowd.
I thought it was in the Dominican Republic there for a while. Every time I fouled the ball off, they used to give me one of these.
Damian Easley, 273, 19 homers, 63 driven in.
Oh.
pitch right there. That's a good strike.
That was a good strike.
That's right at the knees.
That was a perfect pitch.
Well, that's the thing about the curveball. For the most part, it's getting to be a non-existent pitch. It's just more of a show-me type rather than an out pitch. As he gets that slider over. So the count 1-2.
Well, we talked about Damian Easley the first half of last season. He was as good a fastball hitter as it was in the American League.
There for a while he was.
Oh, yeah. I'd throw him high, low, anywhere. He was killing it. He faded in the second half. This year he's having a better second half. Didn't have a good first half.
Had a pretty good rip at that one. So 1 out, Sox packed with bad guys. And a 1-2 count to the Tiger second baseman. I love the triples.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Well, Easley had some good swings yesterday on pitches away that he was pulling off of the last time we saw him at Tiger Stadium. He looks like he's really capable now of driving that ball to right center.
Hung that one, pops him up. Hung is so bad he's not going to be able to get the job done as Durham goes back and makes the catch. Gets the ball back in.
Yes.
So out number 2.
That's right. With 2 strikes, sometimes you're shocked when you see a pitch that bad coming up there. It's screaming, hit me, hit me. And Easley, it looked like he just kind of jammed himself.
Well, he now should understand. Hey, you can hang him up here too.
That's right.
But don't make it a steady habit of it.
No, they're not going to hit every one of them out of the ballpark.
Here's a young man hit one out of the ballpark. He won the game for the Tigers last night. 25-year-old catcher Robert Fick. He's a DH. Again. Is that curveball down low?
And this guy looks like he means business up there, doesn't he?
Well, the thing that impresses you the most about him the first time we saw him was last night is just how fast his hips are. You take the kid J.D. Drew with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
There's a good fastball strike. That's the first thing that impresses you about J.D. Drew is just how fast his hips are. Now, he's really struggling. He was hurt earlier in the year, and he's really struggled this season offensively. But it's just a matter of time for J.D. Drew puts some big numbers up on the board.
Well, he's come on a lot stronger as the season has gone on. But you're right. He got himself into such a hole. It's tough to dig out of it. Yes.
There's another strike. Right there at the knees.
Absolutely. Boy, most left-handers would love to munch up on that last one. Pitch track shows you 87 right down the middle. Well, a little on the outer half, but good pitch to hit.
All right, and in case you missed that game last night, Fick in the 4th inning, 1 out, 2 on. Look at this 1-2 fastball right here. Look how fast those hips cleared. That gives his arms some room in there to work. The hands release and a 3-run shot. That was his first hit this season in a Tiger uniform.
Well, he missed most of the minor league season too with that shoulder problem, that subluxation. Boy, that's tough.
Outfield around to the left. That's up high and the count 2-2.
Don't ever sublux your shoulder.
What does that do to you?
Well, the subluxation causes a prolificity of transfiguration in that shoulder appendage.
Big pitch right here.
Come
you
on.
Don't want to go full.
Yes.
He's going to get out of it. He pops him up. Greg Wilson at shortstop, so he walks the bases loaded and pitches out of it. Nothing across after having to play as Tigers 0 and good guys coming up.
Southwest Airlines will places and do things you never thought possible. Fly Southwest Airlines.
No score, bottom of the 1st inning, and here's the White Sox lineup for tonight. Top third of Ray Durham at second base, Darren Jackson in center, Carlos Leaz the DH. Middle third features Mags Ordonez in right field, first baseman Paul Konerko and Craig Wilson at shortstop. Bottom third of Brian Simmons in center, Greg Norton at third, and Josh Paul behind the plate. C.J. Nitkowski on the mound for the Bengals.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours as there's first pitch strike to Durham. Ray hitting at 300. 13 homers. He's driven in 58. 0 for 4 last night, and lifetime against C.J. is 0 for 2. Fouls that fastball back. One final in the American League this afternoon. Anaheim came back to defeat Kansas City 8-6 at Kauffman Stadium. Other action shows Seattle at Tampa Bay. Yankees taking on the Blue Jays in Toronto. Boston at Cleveland. Baltimore hosting the Athletics, and Texas at the Twinkie Dome. That's up high. Over in the National League, Cubs taking on the Reds at Synergy Field. New York at Colorado. Houston at the Dome against the Phillies. Milwaukee at St. Louis. Pittsburgh at Arizona. Atlanta taking on the Padres at Qualcomm, as there's a slider chop foul at the plate. Fighting Fish at 3 in San Francisco, and Montreal taking on the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine. One and 2 the count to Durham. Fouls that. Good rip by Ray.
C.J. Nitkowski's numbers in 64 games, 3 starts, 2 and 5, a 5.37 earned run average. Hits per innings pitched is very good though, but look at the walks. 32 walks in 57 innings, 43 strikeouts.
That's down low, 2 and 2. And here at Comiskey Park, 347 down the lines, 375 in the gaps, 400 straightaway center field. Chases a bad one, and that's out number 1.
Here's the Tiger Lexus defense. Encarnacion, Kepler, and Garcia are the outfielders. Palmer, Cruz, Easley, and Clark in the infield. Osmus behind the plate, and Nitkowski on the mound.
So here's Darren Jackson. DJ at 276, 4 homers, 14 driven in. Tried to backdoor him with a hook. There's a breaking ball strike. Sox hitting 279 as a club with a 5.10 ERA. Sox 7 games under here at Comiskey Park, 33 and 40. The 11th meeting of the year between the two clubs as that ball hammered right at Gabe Kapler. That's a hang woofum.
Big time.
And with 2 out, let's check out our picks to click. Angio with Nerco. The DJ. No wonder he said big time. And Joe Pignani and I are going to go with Carlos Lee. Joe Pignani, 89 years old today. God bless him. He looks terrific. Carlos at 310, 12 homers, 69 driven in. Come on, Carlos. Get you a count and light him up. He's got a count. No, it's 1-1. That's outside. As Wimpy mentioned at the top, CJ really never has realized his potential. He's got a good arm. There's a let-up pitch. The change popped up into right field. Kareem Garcia is there, so a 1-2-3 inning, and after 1, no score. Look at Josh Ball, Delaro all coming over as the youngster Aaron Mayette walked the bases loaded in the first and pitched out of it. Got a little help. Damian Easley on a hanging curveball. So maybe that'll settle him down as Juan Encarnacion takes a breaking ball. No. Good pitch.
Yeah.
Well, again, we talk about the breaking ball, the curve. The real good curve ball. There's a strike on the outside corner. Is being taken out of the game. It really is. I mean, the one with the big break, the straight down one, is that fastball in on the fist, pops him up. Stay in here. Where'd that ball hit? On the top step or second step?
He could have ran
around it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If he goes over there real quick, makes the adjustment and go around the corner. Yeah, he'll learn. He's just 23. He's got the place just 23. 16 homers, 66 driven in. He can run it, he can hit it, he can throw it, and he can catch it. If he gets over it in a hurry, now watch where the ball hits. Yeah, he could have gone right around the corner. Had a chance to make that play. Slow curveball, got it up, just a roller. So the leadoff single by Encarnacion.
First hit of the ball game. You know, Encarnacion, believe it or not, has dropped his hands the last time we've seen him. He used to have him way higher than this. Now he's got him about just above the ear. Drops him a little bit. He's very gifted, though.
Yes,
very talented.
Very talented.
Yeah, he waited back long enough. Flip it in the left field for that base hit, creating just a little bit of hang time.
He's got 30 stolen bases in 42 attempts, and he's got a big lead. As Gabe Kapler, the center fielder. Gabe at 247, 15 homers, 43 knocked in. He was 2 for 4 last night. Breaking ball strike. But the guys with the big curve balls have had to change the angle and tilt them. They just don't get called for strikes. It's got to be absolutely in a perfect spot. There's no leeway. If it doesn't make that entry at the right place to where it's high enough, of course that makes it a better pitch to hit for the hitter.
That's right. It makes it a hanger.
They just don't call it. Yeah, there's always that age-old discussion, especially lately with all the list of athletes. You know, the 100 greatest baseball players, 100 greatest athletes. All these lists keep coming out, and primarily for discussion purposes. As that pitch taken, I guess, low.
There's another pitch that looked like it was right there. He's not calling the high strike, and he's not calling the low strike.
So 1-1 to count. There he goes. Pitch out. They get it. Oh, no. Into center field.
Whoops. No chance.
Old saying in this league, Josh, they slide. They don't fly.
Yeah. Oh, my. Wow.
So 2-1 to count. They move inside, and he pops it in there. Mayette not afraid to pitch inside. At least from what we saw in spring training, and they tell us what he was doing in Birmingham. A lot of times, though, youngsters come to the big leagues and they get a little reluctant. They see guys they've been reading about, big, strong guys up at that plate. Just a little hesitant about going in there. Don't freewheel it as much as they did in the minors. It's back through the middle into center field. Encarnacion is being waved around. He'll score. And it's 1-0 Detroit.
Pretty good example of that right there. That pitch was outside. You see what kind of plate coverage Kapler has from being right on top of the plate. He freezes him on the inside pitch and watch him go away. It appears to be a good pitch, but when you're standing right on top of the plate, you can reach that pitch a lot easier. Very minimal stride, as you can see. You know, Kapler is so strong, yet he doesn't use his legs at all.
So here's another strong youngster, Kareem Garcia. Talent-wise, a lot better than these numbers indicate at 233, 10 homers, 24 driven in. Run on 2 hits for the Tigers, no runs on no hits for the Sox, but it's just in the top of the second. Beautiful evening here in the beautiful city of Chicago. That ball hit deep in the left field. DJ back. 2-run homer for Kareem Garcia. And it's 3-0 Detroit.
He got all of that one. Nice job of hitting on a curveball. It was up and out over the plate. Well, he really kept his hands back and show you the kind of power that he has. He hit one on the roof at Tiger Stadium when we were over there earlier in the year. Not a whole lot to that curveball, kind of a roller. It's Kareem with that short, quick swing right there. He nailed it.
Still nobody out, and here's Brett Ausmus. Well, there's a pretty good example. I don't know if that was in Mayette's thinking, but there's a pretty good example of what we're just discussing. He's been throwing some good low curve balls, hadn't been getting them. So in his mind, either consciously or subconsciously, he's saying to himself, hey, I got to get it up a little bit. He got it up and got a hit out of here.
Yeah.
Unless you have outstanding control of that curveball, you better think about maybe going to your slider and or change. Because 2 things are going to happen. You're going to get behind in the count with it, and are you going to get it up and get it hit out of here? As that's ball 4. So that's the 4th walk issued by Mayette.
So rough inning for the youngster. Is Nardi going to try and calm things down here?
So Garcia with his long home run to left center field. 11th of the season. Here's the shortstop, Davy Cruz. Davy popped up to right field last inning. As he takes strike 1. Cruz had a 48-game errorless streak in '97. That was the longest by a Tiger shortstop in a quarter century.
Must have been Brinky Boy.
That ball hit hard into center field. Simmons going back, can't make the play. So they're going to hold Ausmus at third. Ducks on the pond, still nobody out.
Davy Cruz is having his best offensive season. There you see fastball pretty much over the middle of the plate. Inside out swing, got a very short stride. Good contact, man, as Brian Simmons just can't quite run this thing down in the gap. So 2 runners in scoring position for the ever dangerous Tony the Tiger.
He drew a walk last inning. If he falls behind, that's where he's got to fall behind. Inside. Threw the high curveball to Encarnacion, who flipped it in left field for a base hit. And then the high curveball to Kareem Garcia. As that pitch fouled back. Got some activity down in the Sox pen. Right-hander Jamie Navarro. Outfield just about straight up. Took a lot off that curveball. Got to have some clicks as a young player. By clicks, I'm talking about you got to, if you're a pitcher, you got to throw a couple of pitches, and one like that, and all of a sudden it registers in your mind, hey, maybe I got to take more off that curveball.
Yeah.
There's another one. Same thing. Same speed. Both 70 miles an hour. And he'll grab some bench.
Yeah, most of the time slow is better. This one had some tremendous movement too. Latest, Tony really fooled on 2 consecutive pitches. And there's pitch tracks we'll show you.
Well, those are almost what you call lollipop curveballs. As Dean Palmer takes strike 1.
Well, it makes the hitter do all the work, supply all the power.
That's hammered down past Lance Parrish. That's a good thing that ball didn't hit him. That ball would have been taken out of play.
That's right, dented it. He's a fellow bodybuilder.
He's a strong man. Lance is strong man. The 0-2. And the ball gets away from Josh. They got a play? No. Throws it away. So Osma scores, and it's 4-0.
Fastball. See, Josh Paul's got to do a better job than that. He just tried the backhand. He's got to move and get in front of it. That should have been a pass ball. Was it a pass ball or was that a wild pitch?
That's a wild pitch. It's dirt's got to be a wild pitch.
I don't know if it hit the dirt.
Go 1-2 the count. Sox with the infield in. Here's that slow hook. He's gone. Paul looking back. Canerco, 2 gone. Maybe you got a click out there. All those clicks do. Something registers. Like putting bricks into a foundation. Gives you a little experience.
See, he wants a high fastball. Oh yeah, it hit the plate.
Damian Easley takes that curveball low and away. He popped up to Durham last inning. Two and 0 the count.
Jeez. 185 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. He drove in 100 runs last year, and he's certainly not going to do it with those stats.
Good movement right there on that fastball. Got another breaking pitch, good one to hit. Pops it up. Durham's going to get him again, but some damage is done. Tigers come up with a 4 spot, and after an inning and a half, there it is. 4-0 Tigers. Mags will lead off the bottom of the 2nd inning. It'll be Ordonez, Konerko, and Wilson to face C.J. Nitkowski. Good fastball strike. Well, you're watching Nitkowski out on the mound, Wimpy, and breaking ball with fastball, and he's left-handed with movement.
Yeah.
You say to yourself, this guy, should be a 15-game winner, and he's not even a starter. This is just his 4th consecutive start.
Yeah.
Made a bad pitch right there and got away with it. Spending time over the rubber.
Yeah, I mean,
not too much of a drop and drive.
he uses his arm a lot too, doesn't he? Yeah.
That's fouled up.
You see that fastball was 93 miles an hour. Fastball will throw it 91 to 93. Throws a cutter and a slurve, and that one pitch that he gave away a minute ago was a changeup that came in at 75.
Ground ball. Tony Clark. He can throw a little leather at you. He's 6'7", 250 pounds, and that big man can throw a little D. Good first baseman.
Oh, yeah.
At least against us he has been. I don't know how he plays against everybody else.
Well, he made a terrific play last night to end the ball game. Backhand, the flips. Good feed to Nitkowski, who is right where he's supposed to be.
Well, he just looks like an athlete.
Oh, he's a good basketball player at San Diego State.
So here's Gimangio's pick to click. Paul Konerko. Takes that slurve. That pitch right there will get called a strike much more than the downer that Aaron's throwing up there.
That's right.
That's out of play on the fastball.
And Sox Fest 2000 is February 4th through the 6th. The Hyatt Regency Chicago. Be a part of the annual White Sox convention. The Sox Fest features manager Jerry Manuel, current and former White Sox players, seminars, a garage sale of White Sox items, baseball memorabilia, vendors, and much, much more. Tickets and hotel packages are available beginning November 1st. Call 312-674-1000 for details. Sox Fest, baseball's best.
Tries to nip that outside corner. There's a base hit. Nice piece of woodwork right there by Paulie. You can cancel a postgame show.
I didn't want you to go down there and interview him anyway. Nice job right there. That pitch is away, possibly out of the strike zone. Paulie right on top of the plate. Boy, that is really nice right there. Just hit perfectly still. And takes what the pitcher gives him, a liner to right field. Good pitch and a better job of hitting.
Here's Craig Wilson. He's 0 for his last 12. 0 for 3 last night. That evens the count at 1. Okay, first and 30. Let's get some runs off this guy. Threw that fastball right on by him.
Well, his velocity is quicker than what you would think from his motion.
So you're saying he's sneaky?
Yeah, I'd say he's sneaky. Yeah, he's got a boom, and he just pops it. Ooh, boy. Got a break right there. That was a strike.
Yeah, good pitch. Witkowski out of Sugar Land, Texas. You ever been to Sugar Land?
Sugar Land, yeah.
Where is it?
It's in right around Houston.
There's a little jammer, not deep enough. Easily is there.
Oh yeah, a lot of friends from the Harvard of the Southwest from Sugar Land, Texas.
Is it near Humble?
Yeah, Humble's in that area. Sugar Land is a little farther south, I believe.
Here's Brian Simmons. Numbers on Brian. 0 for 1 last night. First time he's faced Nitkowski. What does Nitkowski mean in Polish?
You know, I don't know.
Left-hander from Texas?
He could be. I lost my book. I don't know what I did with it, but I'll search for it.
Among
day and night.
Other things.
Jeez, don't even
go there, huh?
I know I looked it up once.
Davy Cruz, he can pick it.
Yes, he can.
He can pick it. He is a good-looking young shortstop. Nothing across. We'll go to the third. 4-0 Detroit. Nothing Tigers here in the top of the third. Robert Fick will lead it off. Gets that ball in the right field. Mag's got to play on it. He's a good-looking young. Fundamentally and mechanically, he's got a terrific swing.
I bet you he'd have had some fun this year at Tiger Stadium. But that new park is going to be big, real big.
Encarnacion started off that 4-run second with a base hit to left field. Picked up his 31st stolen base as the count moves to 2-0. Encarnacion, good high fastball hitter. He was looking for it, got it, and couldn't do anything with it.
Wow. He doesn't like Tiger Stadium.
That ball hit deep into right center field. Mag's got it tracked. 2 gone. At Tiger Stadium, the new one, Comerica Park, will certainly be pitcher friendly as much as possible with this Titleist they're playing with.
Yeah. What'd you say, 420 to center?
Yeah.
Power alleys 385 and 395?
Yeah. 395 left center. Oof. Gabe Kapler, RBI single, takes ball 1.
345 down the lines.
345 down the left field line, 335. I think he said down the right field line. They make everything in this game for left-handers. It's a left-handed game. 2-0. Left-handers have all the advantages in this game of baseball.
Do I detect a wah?
No. Not at all. That's just the way it is. 2 hopper. Wilson on the move. 1-2-3 inning for young Aaron. We go to the bottom of the third. He's trailing by 4. Well, hello. Greg Norton leads off the bottom of the third inning. It'll be Norton, Josh Paul, Ray Durham to face Mitkowski. Greg at 248, 16 homers, 46 driven in. He pounded one out of here last night. The only 2 runs the Sox put on the board. He was 2 for 4. Fakes the bunt, takes the ball. Greg from the left side has really quieted those hands down at the top. Let's see what he's going to do from the right side. Nope, got a little busy up there with that one. 1 out. Those hands get busy at the top. Chances are, yeah, I'd say 15 to 20% minimum. You're going to lose bat speed.
Yeah. Oh, your timing's got to be perfect to make solid contact.
Here's Josh Paul. Here's numbers. Gets a slurve. Taking some other scores for you. Top of the 8th, the Tampa Bay Mariners leading the Devil Rays 3-1. Toronto leading the Yankees 4-1. Bottom of the 7th. There's going to be some panic setting in.
Why?
Into right center field. Kareem Garcia. And bottom of the 6th in Cleveland. Red Sox leading the Indians 7-3. That wrap on the hill for the Carmines. So with 2 out, let's check out our Southwest Airlines Trivia Trove question this evening. A player whose career began in '75, stole 20+ bases with 6 different teams. Got to be first base coach for the Tigers. No, it's not.
Sammy wants them well.
That's right. He didn't start in '75. Ray. Dean Palmer. Tony Clark. Quick 1-2-3 inning. Mitkowski's retired 5 in a row. We'll go to the 4th trailing. Four 0 Tigers as you peruse our Southwest Airlines tail of the tape. 4 runs in the 2nd inning. 2-run homer by Kareem Garcia. RBI by Gabe Kapler. A wild pitch scored a run. As Garcia will lead it off. Flips this one into left field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Simmons backing up Darren Jackson. So here's the leadoff hitter, Brad Ausmus. Been to the plate twice, walked twice, scored once. Baltimore leading Oakland 7-3. Bottom of the 5th at Oriole Park. Texas leading Minnesota 2-1. Bottom of the 3rd in Minneapolis. Vine Rodriguez has hit his 34th homer. One and one to count. Four 5-0 for the Tigers. 0-1-0 for the Sox. Vine Rodriguez. He's got our vote.
Oh yeah, clear cut.
There goes Garcia. That's a foul ball. Naughton will taking any chances.
The official website of the White Sox is www.chisox.com, your source for White Sox information on players' latest news, tickets, upcoming games, promotions, and much more.
Going across the other side of the scoreboard in the National League, Cubs leading Cincinnati 2-1. That's in the top of the 7th at Synergy Field. Rockies shutting out the Mets 3-0 bottom of the 3rd. Colorado at home. Houston 4, Philadelphia 0, top of the 4th at the Astrodome. Norton. The feed. Osmus, the catcher, runs very well.
Real well. He got down that line in a hurry. Ball was not hit real hard, but Norton makes a sure throw to second. Ray does everything he can to try and complete it, but Osmus is clearly past the bag.
There's Cruz. He's 1 for 2, a double. Oh, Houston's on a roll, aren't they?
Oh, are they ever? Whew. Hot.
Well, as you know, I picked Cincinnati over there, but I didn't. I knew Houston was a good ball club. I didn't know they get on this kind of roll. They got 2 guys. You see what Mike Hampton's done. 20-3.
That's pretty amazing, isn't it? I remember you liked him when he was in Seattle. They kind of gave him away, though, didn't they?
Yeah, he was just a baby too.
20, I think.
Yeah.
19, I think it was, when he first pitched against us.
20-3.
Houston has won 11 straight.
That ball hit hard. Look at the pick by Ray. The catch. Beautiful reaction by Durham. Well, that ball was stalled by Davy Cruz.
Pitch out over the plate. Boy, Cruz has really got that swing working for him, that inside out action. Nicely done. Great jump by Ray, diving to his backhand side. Gotcha.
Here's Tony Clark. He's walked and he has struck out. Struck out on 2 slow curveballs. Takes ball 1. And we understand the surgery on Big Frank's foot went well without a hitch. I tell you, he has suffered with that foot this year.
Yeah.
And that's with anybody. Your feet hurt, you hurt all over. But with Frank, those feet he's got.
Jeez, I guess.
Man, that's double dose right there. Mayette with a long set, delivers down low in the count, 2-0. So 2-0 to the big switch hitting first baseman. Osmus decent lead. 3-0. He's hacking.
I would think so. Boy, after that horrible start, he's got his average up to 284. And he will drive in 100 runs again. 27 homers, 89 runs batted in on the year.
Taking all away.
And that was wheelhouse
I'm
too.
glad he was
Fastball down and middle of the plate. What he's done since the All-Star break, 340.
Wearing it out.
Yeah.
There goes Osmus. But it's academic.
Jeez, there's a strike again. Well, he hadn't gotten any calls. And see the Tigers offense in September in 12 games, 296, 28 doubles, 20 homers, and their slugging percentage 512. They are 6-6 this month.
Here's Dean Palmer. He's walked and he has struck out. Got him on a slow curveball. That's into right field. Mags right at the edge of the track. Hauls it in, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across. After 3.5, it's 4-0 bad guy.
Four 4-0 Detroit, bottom of the fourth inning, and for the best coverage of IHSA sports anyway, look no further than the Chicago Tribune Preps Plus. Each week, Eric Collins gives you all the scores and highlights from the biggest high school events in the state. Preps Plus is at a special time this week, Sunday at 6 on Fox Sports Net Chicago.
Darren Jackson leads off the bottom of the fourth inning. Takes strike one. DJ 0 for 1. He just hammered one. A bullet. Right to Gabe Kapler in center field. Chases a high one. And the count 0-2. Mets in trouble now, trailing 6-0 top of the fourth out at Coors Field. Houston leading the Phillies 6-0 bottom of the fourth at home. As he chased another one up there. So here's Carlos. Carlos flied out to Kareem Garcia. Pops him up right side. Tony Clark. Well, that is 7 in a row retired by Nitkowski, and that'll bring up Mags. Mags grounded out 3-1. Toronto now leading the Yankees 6-1.
That's great.
I'll tell you, he's going crazy, man.
Oh my.
George is absolutely going crazy.
Well, that was Halladay against Cone. Tell you what, I love David Cone, but boy, I'll tell you, since that no-hitter he pitched, he really hasn't fared that well.
Ripped.
He's got hit hard quite a few games. He came in with a 3.1 earned run average, which is very good, 11-8 record.
Yeah, but the thing about the Yankees is, you know, that with the experience they have on that ball club, the talent they have on the ball club, I'm not saying they can flip the switch and turn it on.
Absolutely,
but if there's one club that can get ready for you in a playoff scenario, it's the New York Yankees.
Absolutely. You know, everybody plays, you know, brings it up a notch against them. There's a base hit to center. Heck, every once in a while they got to go into a little bit of a tailspin. I don't want to call it a slump. That record, 85-58, 3.5 ahead of the Red Sox. Blue Jays are 9 back. Well, Blue Jays are still in the wild card hunt. Orioles and Devil Rays bring up the rear.
George going crazy. I mean, unless you've been around him, you don't know that he goes.
God, how'd you like to be the guy that has to sit with him during those games?
He's all right during the games.
He is?
Oh, yeah. As compared to after the games.
All right, how'd you like to be the guy that's with him after the game?
No.
All right. I got a feeling they're going to turn it around. There's no cause for panic. I know Joe Torre's not panicking.
No, Joe won't.
He'll keep them together. Shoot, everybody goes through a little bit of, you know, this is their time. This is their time to go down a bit. Now, if they lose one more now, that's another story.
Outside to Canerco. single to right field his first trip. He's got a count right here, 2-0. Free swing if he wants it.
Well, the Yankees have lost 4 in a row, and they're 3-7 in their last 10 ball games. That's enough.
On the inside corner.
Cleveland now with 89 wins as compared to 85 for New York. They want that position A.
Short lead by Mags. There's a slurve down low. And the count 3-1.
There's another pitch looked like a strike.
Come on, Paulie. And that's ball 4. So with 2 out, 2 on. That'll bring up Craig Wilson.
It's the first walk issued by Nitkowski, and that has been his major problem this year, is control. Got a good fastball. I was talking to Jim Price before the ball game. Nitkowski does have the good arm, but it seems like to him everything was hard.
That's the thing. If he comes up with a good changeup, whether it be just the 3-finger change, circle change, whatever it is.
Yeah.
He got a chance to reach his potential.
Yeah.
He's not going to do it with what way he's going about it right
Exactly. That's right. Exactly right. Because eventually, that's going to get hit. It's going to get hit hard too.
Craig looped out to Damian Easley. Goes through the gas.
That's good. 353 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. 4 for his last 5 for Craig. It is time.
These hitters are so good today that you have got to have good off-speed pitch. I mean, unless you can go out there and you can gas it up 97, 98, 100.
100's good.
And with pretty good control. You have to have, I don't care how hard you throw, you have to have pretty good control. But unless you can throw that hard to where these guys just can't quite center you, don't have time enough to, you better have a good off-speed pitch. If you don't, these guys are going to break you. Of course, the Sox have been having trouble lately putting points on the board. As there, he got a good pitch to hit.
There was the aforementioned changeup. He kind of slows his arm up though. Everything jumps at the hitter and the arm comes by slowly. You've got to be able to pick that up.
Well, there's some good changeups in this league, and it's coming back. There's a pitch that just more or less left. Say from 85 on when the splitter came into vogue.
Ouch.
As he gets jammed right there, pops it up. Garcia coming on, he's there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Mile 2 out threat goes by the boards, and after 4, we trail by 4.
4-0 Detroit, top of the 5th inning. Some of the scouts here in attendance. Sal Butera in the middle. And we have a new pitcher. It's Jamie Navarro. Jamie in 29 games, 7-12 with a 6.19 ERA. 203 hits and 155 2/3, 68 walks and 72 strikeouts. So Aaron Mayette works 4 innings, threw a lot of pitches. He gave up 78 pitches, 4 runs, 5 hits. He walked 5 and gave up a homer. He had 2 strikeouts. And he gives way to Jamie Navarro, whose job is to hold him right there and see if the Sox can mount a charge in the last 5 innings here against C.J. Nitkowski. So for Detroit, it'll be Damian Easley, Robert Fick, and Juan Encarnacion. Oops, breaking ball misses inside. Easley looks like he's moved up on top of the plate. Fastball ripped, base hit the left. 6th hit for the Tigers. Easley got himself out on a couple of hanging breaking balls his first 2 times up there. This time he gets a fastball pretty much over the middle of the plate, and he rips it to left. He's been a good fastball hitter for a while now. Quick hips, contact out front, ergo base hit. Easley has 10 stolen bases, and he might be thinking, maybe I can easily steal this one on Jamie Navarro, who is very deliberate to home plate. Robert Fick's lone hit was that 3-run homer that made him a hero of last night's ball game. Splitter misses away, 1-1. So Fick, who missed practically all this season.
With what?
That subluxation of the shoulder. He subluxed it. He had surge. Oh, he got jammed right there. That'll be an easy play for Craig Wilson. Ouch. So there's 1 out here in the 5th. And now the answer to our Southwest Airlines Trivia Trove question. What player whose career began in '75 stole 20-plus bases for 6 different teams? I do not know. Dave Collins?
There's a name out of the past right there.
I'd have never gotten that one.
Me either.
Yeah, he played for the Tigers, yeah. Toronto, Cincinnati.
Too tough, baby Hawk.
Seattle, yeah, let's see.
Too tough.
Seattle, boy. Seattle, Toronto, Detroit, Cincinnati.
He had several good seasons.
Oh, yeah. He's a good offensive player. There's a grounder towards third. Norton goes across the diamond. High throw, but Konerko, it's some nice footwork. Keeps his foot on the bag, and there's 2 gone. Easily in the 2nd. Nice adjustment there by Paul. Here's Gabe Kapler, 1 for 2 with an RBI tonight. 15 homers, 44 now on the season. 249 for Kapler, who had just a monster year last year, 148 RBIs in Jacksonville. There's curveball strike. This is the 3rd relief appearance for Jamie Navarro this season. Kapler right on top of the plate. They want it inside. He flips it into center field. Just muscled that ball out there. Brian Simmons makes the catch. So nothing for the Tigers. Halfway home, Detroit leads at 4-zip. Here's our game summary brought to you by Dodge. Garcia is 2 for 2 for the Tigers, 2-run homer in the 2nd inning. That was his 11th. C.J. Nitkowski in 4 innings, given up just 2 hits. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He has thrown 57 pitches. Aaron Mayette worked 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, walking 5 while striking out 2. Gabe Kapler has a single and an RBI and a run scored in the 2nd inning. Ooh, cotton candy. Remember, you got to bounce around the walls a little bit later. Brian Simmons grounds this one foul into the Sox dugout. The count is 1-1.
Now CJ's catching our club at a good time. Our guys just aren't swinging the bats very well lately. And they've had some pretty good pitches to hit tonight off of him.
Oh, yeah. Fastball fouled back on the screen. You know, Carreri's got a 16.88 earned run average coming in against the Sox. That's right. Hit the kid in front of you with the cotton candy stick. Curveball ripped foul. Yeah, the Sox coming in were 15-8 against left-handed starters.
Well, that's about third or fourth best in the league, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, the other teams are contenders. He got him. He threw it right by him, down and away. A little bit of movement. Sinkage. You see the best records against left-handed starters. The Indians, what new? The Rangers, Sox, A's, and Yankees. Yankees is 16-13. Boy, it's amazing. Everybody else is at 500 or below. You gotta love those lefties. Breaking ball down low to Norton. Greg grounded out the second, his first time up. 16 homers now at 46 runs batted in. A 2-run shot last night to center field. There's a good fastball at the knees, strike.
Well, that's what we're talking about. It's a left-handed game. Left-handed pitchers have more movement on their fastballs than right-handers. Left-handed hitters are closer to first base when they swing. You take a marginal pitcher, right-hander, versus a marginal left-hander, who's going to stay around?
Left-hander.
You take a marginal right-handed hitter against a marginal left-handed hitter, who's going to stay around?
The lefty, without a doubt.
The left-handed game. There are a lot of left-handers been pitching in the big leagues. Look at this.
Ouch.
Been pitching in the big leagues for a while. I mean, for a while. And they're marginal at best. And it made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because they're left-handed.
Well, no other sport is really dominated by lefties. Pitch misses away. Bowling.
I was getting ready to say, it looked like bowling was getting to that position there for a while.
2-2 pitch to Norton. He got him on some high heat.
Well, we mentioned he's been having quiet hands at the top, hitting left-handed, and he's still got a lot of noise.
Yeah, watch that. See
that one little move right there.
Yeah.
We used to have an outfielder in this organization, had the same thing, but his was a little more off the ball, a little quicker. And I always thought that if he could get rid of that one little move, he had a chance to be a terrific offensive player, and that was Darrell Boston.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he was a great knuckleball hitter.
Yeah, he was.
Great, you know, he get all his damage off off-speed stuff.
Change-ups and stuff. Yeah, that's right.
Anything better than mediocre, just throw right by him.
Right.
Because of that one little move he had. And he could never get rid of it.
Yeah, but he looked like Stevie Wonder, so that was good. Go through airports, and people used to think he'd put sunglasses on there. They thought he was Stevie Wonder. A couple guys that grabbed him by the arms. Seaver had him one time, and nobody knew who Seaver was, but they knew Stevie Wonder was here. That pitch misses inside. 1-1 on Josh Paul.
The only way you can have a noisy bat at the top is if you've got tremendously strong hands and fairly quick hips.
Yeah.
Only way.
Oh, yeah. You got to be real strong. Threw that one right by him upstairs. I think Josh Paul's going to have to shorten up his swing a bit, too. So Nitkowski getting away with a lot of high fastballs now. fouls that one back. Group outings at Comiskey Park are for groups of 20 or more fans. Groups receive excellent discounts and personalized service from a White Sox sales representative. For details, call 312-674-1000, and the Hawk may come and visit your group if you show up. He is the mystery guest.
No.
Oh my. Just misses the outside corner.
It's outside.
Yeah, that one was outside. It was a great effort, though, on 1-2.
I'll tell you what, he's got some good movement. Good tailing action.
It's Hardy. Like Josh is opening that hip up a little bit early, and then bat's dragging through. Hey, all right, we got a souvenir. Hope nobody barehanded that ball.
I think you got Dad in the background.
I'll bet it did. Boy, every one of the Mets when we were playing be yelling out, "Take the donut off." Boy, years down the road, it's going to be the greatest play ever made in one of the suites. Diving, one-handed.
To another one.
Clearing them out. Look at that. It was worth it though, Dad. Ah, there it is. Self-defense, in other words. He was hiding.
That already hurt, 'cause that ball had some hair on it.
Yep. He hangs in there on the breaking wall. Wish a very happy birthday to Bertrinia Ridley, one of our guards who works over here at Comiskey Park, celebrating a birthday tonight. That'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning. We have played 5 innings from Comiskey Park. It's 4-0 Detroit. Detroit here in the top of the 6th inning, and it's Can't Miss Baseball Thursday. This week, get a preview of baseball in October when Manny Ramirez leads the Tribe against Derek Jeter and the defending world champion Yankees. Baseball Thursday, Yanks and Indians, this week at 6 on Fox Sports Net Chicago. Yeah, you don't want to miss that one. Well, Jamie Navarro working his 2nd inning.
When's that game coming up?
Thursday.
I'll tell you, Cleveland's catching the Yankees at a good time.
Yeah. That's probably, what, a 4-game series, you'd think, if it starts on Thursday. We'll see. But meanwhile, here in the 6th, Kareem Garcia is 2 for 2, 2-run homer and a single. .239 batting average. That pitch hammered in the gap in right center. Nobody's going to get this one. Short hops the wall. Kareem with those little short legs running like the devil. They got him at 3rd. Oh, Nelly. Well, he was picking them up and putting them down, but they were kind of staying in one place a little bit too long.
Yeah, it was a good play by Ray. Watch the relay here. He just muscles this ball out there. Watch where Ray's got to go to get the relay throw from Simmons on the run. Now, still on the run. Makes a real good peg over to Norton. Plenty of time.
Yeah. I think Kareem is thinking, is he just around at 2nd base? Am I doing the right thing here? Well, a good break for the Sox. They get the first out of the inning, and that was made at 3rd base.
Well, I'll tell you probably what he was thinking.
Yeah.
Cycle.
Ah. Legs are starting to get wobbly there.
They are. That's a long play.
Well, you know, you figure it's a 90-yard sprint, plus you got to cut some corners too, so it's longer than that. Maybe it was his hair. Fouled back on the screen. And our congratulations go out to Brian and Dawn Kilroy, the birth of their daughter Christine on Saturday. There's a grounder. Jamie makes the play to throw to first, and there's 2 gone. One 3 on the putout. And that'll bring up Davy Cruz. 1 for 3, a double. He lined hard the second. A good play by Ray Durham his last time up. Tony Clark on deck. Grounder, Naughton, 1 hopper. Throws them out, that'll do it. Tigers go down with nothing, and after 5.5, they still lead it by 4.
Chicago White Sox baseball is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places. And by Geico Direct, the sensible alternative.
Ray Durham will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-7-0 for the Tigers. 0-2-0 for the Sox. Ray has struck out, grounded to third. C.J. Nitkowski upstairs with that 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And the Yankees have come back to tie up the Blue Jays at 6. They were trailing 6-1. There's a slurve. Misses to count 2-0. Boston leading Cleveland 10-3. Top of the 8th inning at Jacobs Field. It's 3-0.
All right. It's quite a crew.
And there's ball 4. So the dreaded leadoff walk. And here comes DJ. Aaron is lined hard to center and struck out. Seattle beat Tampa Bay 5-1. Junior hit number 45. Moyer over Arojo. Amy Moyer 14-6.
He's having a terrific year
like that with a good changeup. He's got as good a changeup as any left-handed starter in this league.
Yeah.
Well, he top out about 81, 82.
But his fastball? I think he throws a little harder than that.
Not much. Not much.
But he pitches inside. He's got a real good changeup.
He can absolutely just explode bats with that little 82-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah. He's a good pitcher.
Dadgum right he is. Ball hit hard but foul. Troy Glaus. It is 28th as Anaheim leads Kansas City 2-1. That's in game 2 of the doubleheader. Angels won game 1 8-6. Jimmy Edmonds hit number 4. Matt Luke hit number 3. Tim Salmon hit number 14. Jermaine Dye number 24 and 25.
Quite a year for Jermaine Dye.
Little chopper foul at the plate. As we mentioned, Oakland getting hammered by Baltimore 13-5, bottom of the 6th inning. In Camden Yards, Matt Stairs is hit number 35. Spezio number 8. And Ripken hit number 18. And that 11-3 Boston lead over Cleveland. Top of the 8th inning in Ohio. Troy O'Leary is at number 27. Jim Thome number 29. It was Pat Rapp against Doc Gooden. Started that game for the Tribe. Bernie Williams hit a grand slam. Big blow, and there goes Ray. That pitch popped up right side. Ray's going to have to get back as Damian Easley. He's there. One gone.
Eric Hilgis warming in the Tiger pen.
Here's Carlos Lee. Also in that Yankee Toronto game. Now in the bottom of the 8th, tied at 6. Sean Green hit number 39.
Ooh.
There's a chopper right side. Easily the 2-hopper. Goes over to Tony Clark. So now Carlos Lee is 0 for 3. And here comes Maggs. Maggs is 1 for 2. Cincinnati hitting in the bottom of the 9th, trailing the Cubs 4-1. Henry has homered for the Cubs. Number 25 was Farnsworth against Harnish. Maggs takes ball 1. Well, Houston's going to pick up their 12th in a row. They lead at 10-0.
Jeez.
Top of the 6th inning. There's a high chopper. Dean Palmer's got time. Guns over. And they get him. So the Sox get the leadoff walk. Can't do anything with it. We'll go to the 7th. It is still 4-0 Tiger. Time now for our Flashnet fan question. And today's question is, where did the name White Sox come from and who picked it? Fans, for your chance to win and contest details, just visit 3w.flash.net and click on the fan question icon. Well, back in 1900, they were called the White Stockings, and they moved from St. Paul, Minnesota, Chicago, renamed by Charles Kaminsky, to the White Stockings. Then the press shortened it to the White Sox. And that's how it got to be the Chicago White Sox back in 1900.
Wow, that's quite a story.
You want my handkerchief?
No. But scoreboard messages. Oh, let's do this first. New pitcher for the Sox is Jesus Pena. Jesus coming on relief of Jamie Navarro's appearing in his 18th game. No record, a 3.21 earned run average. 12 hits in 14 innings. That's good, but the high walks, 15, and he has punched out 16. Tony Clark to lead it off. He'll turn around and bat right-handed.
He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks tonight. He's 1 for 2 with 2 walks tonight. So Jamie Navarro went 2 innings, 2 good innings. And with the leadoff man aboard, here's the 3rd sacker, Dean Palmer. Dean has walked, struck out, and fly deep to right field. Bit of a gap in left center. As that pitch low and inside. Blue Jays did not score in the bottom of the 8th inning. Ball hit deep into center field. Put a little top hand on that one. Simmons looks up. You can put it on the board. 2-run blast by Dean Palmer, and it is 6-0 Bad Guys.
He was short and quick on this swing. Wow. And a tremendous top hand. Got to get their hands up above the ball. So he's thrown 2 pitches up and out over the plate, and he's had them both hit hard. Look at Palmer, great extension right there. He's got a short, quick swing.
And he's got 33 homers and 89 driven in.
Yeah.
Damian Easley takes strike one. Damian twice has popped up to his counterpart Ray Durham, and he also has singled. So 6-9-0 for the Tigers. Check swing. Martin on the short hop. And they get him.
Jeez. Wow. Canerico avoids a collision right there. Glad Kirk Gibson wasn't going down the line.
Looking like Denny Terrio over there at first base.
Yeah. Oh boy, that
Or
one
Fred
got away.
Astaire.
Yeah.
Good footwork by Pauly.
Yeah. And scoreboard messages on the Comiskey Park Jumbotron are all season long. They cost $30. $15 extra for an 8x10 photo, and all proceeds benefit Chicago White Sox charities. Call 312-674-5385. And the Hawk will take a picture with you for an additional small fee.
Rob Fick. 1-1. Rob has popped to short, fly to right. Popped to short again. And he's grounded to first. So 2 out to 1 Encarnacion. Juan has singled, stolen a base, scored a run. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Started off that 4-run second. The changeup. It's one of the better motions that Jesus has used with a changeup.
Yeah, he's got that herky-jerky motion, so if he could be consistent with that, that'd be a great pitch for him.
There's a fastball strike. Well, the only thing wrong with Pena right now is the fact he's just very concerned about his control. You know, when you go out there and you've been walking guys the way he has the last 3 times out, you just don't have that inner confidence. And what happens, as you mentioned, he threw 2 pitches up out over the plate. One of them was hit for the single, and the other one was hit for the 2-run homer. Nothing wrong with his stuff. It's just the location.
No, that's true. He might be aiming it too instead of just letting it fly. Ouch!
Boy, that hurt. That really hurt. You could hear that all the way up here.
That was a kneecap shot, wasn't it?
I don't know. Whatever it got good.
Look at the breaking ball breaking.
Yeah.
Ow.
Inside of his knee.
It's not easy to do right there. I know I've done. Is that the back knee?
No, I think it was the front knee.
I've hit my back thigh. Very difficult to do.
Well, I mentioned it last year. Some of the angles that these guys are fouling balls off are just, I mean, incredible.
Yeah, that shouldn't surprise.
We've seen some funny looking angles.
Yeah.
As he gets him on the change, and that'll retire the side button. Dean Palmer's 33rd homer, 7th inning stretch. Sox down by 6. That's the story. 6-0 Detroit here in the bottom of the 7th. Right now it's time to check out our Geico Direct Down on the Farm White Sox minor league report. There you see Charlotte lost to Durham 3-1 on Monday. Durham leads at best of 5 series 1-0. Jeff Abbott drove in the only run. Mike Heathcott pitched well, did not get any offensive help. Burlington, Midwest League. Look at Eric Battersby, 4 for 4, 4 home runs, 6 RBIs. That is a Midwest League record. 4 home runs in 1 ball game. Matt Ginter, 7 innings, 5 runs, 8 strikeouts. That's our Geico Direct Down on the Farm White Sox minor league report. Paul Canerico, he just missed that. Slurve coming in, got it up and just underneath it. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Paulie now 1 for 2. Previously he had singled and walked. we understand that Charlotte now has evened up that series with Durham. They won 7-3 tonight. So here's Craig Wilson. Craig is looped out, got Jam looped out to Damian Easley and popped up to right field. Sox with just 2 hits off Nitkowski. Gets jammed again. Tony Clark very quickly over there, and he makes an over-the-shoulder catch. Nice play for the big 6'7" first baseman. 2 gone.
Well, he's an athlete, no question about it. Good job by Tony Clark getting over there.
Here's the center fielder this evening, Brian Simmons, 0 for 2.
Wow. Sox were hitting .303 against left-handed pitchers this season. They're just not getting a whole lot of good swings off this guy.
No, they're just in a funk.
Team funk is right.
Have been for 3 weeks.
Yeah. You know, with the exception of a couple times, Norton of late has been swinging the bat pretty well from the left side. Carlos Lee had a hot streak. But other than that, I'll tell you what.
The last 10 days, Norton's been swinging the bat better than anybody.
Better than anyone, yeah.
Ball hit hard into center field. Kapler's back there. We'll hang with him for Simmons. 1-2-3 inning. Nitkowski's retired 6 in a row. We'll go to the 8th, trailing by 6. And a reminder, coming your way later on tonight on Fox Sports News, it'll be Quest for 70, pennant race update, and the latest on Barry Sanders. Is he coming back?
I hope so.
Oh, I do too. I think what I heard today was, I think that he said if he'll repay some of the signing bonus money that he got from the Lions if they will trade him this year. This year. And they said no.
Oh. But we do have a new pitcher, and his name is Carlos Castillo. He's the guy that's tying his shoelaces right there. 14 games, 2-2, a 6.42 ERA. 40 hits in 33 2/3, 13 walks, 18 strikeouts for Carlos.
So Gabe Kapler will lead it off. Kapler 1 for 3. Takes first pitch strike. Kapler a single, knocked in a run, scored a run, grounded to short. Lined hard to Simmons in center. Breaking ball, no. Cleveland hitting in the bottom of the ninth, trailing 12-3 to the Red Sox. Yankees hitting in the top of the ninth. They've been hitting a while now in the top of the ninth, tied at 6 with the Blue Jays. Now the curveball misses. Texas at Minnesota, tied at 3, bottom of the 6th. So the Sox will conclude this 3-game set with the Tigers in this homestand tomorrow. James Baldwin against Brian Mola. They're sitting down to Norton, sucks it up. Over to Konerko.
Fireworks will be presented by LaSalle Bank. That's Saturday, October 2nd at 6:05. The Twins are in town. For tickets, call 312-831-1SOX. And that will be the last fireworks display of the season. And that is the last one, Big Bob.
Here's Kareem Garcia. He is 3 for 3. A homer, a 2-run homer, a single, a double, tried to stretch that into a triple. And they got him at third, so now he needs the triple for the cycle. If he hits a tweener, you believe he's going to try.
If he try that last one, he'll try on anything.
Hey, he's loose now, you know.
Yeah, he's all stretched out. Well, he's not stretched out too much. He's very compact.
3-0. Well, we mentioned Konerko and some of the guys talking who played with him and against him. They say he's a great guy. He dances to his own tune. It's high and foul. He dances to his own tune, but he's just a terrific guy, and he's got terrific talent. All these guys just wonder why he has not busted out and done, I mean, big things already, and he's just 23. Ball hit deep into center field. Simmons going back at the fence, looks up.
Jeez.
He can put it on the board. So he's 4 for 4, 2 homers. And it's 7-0.
Man. That is his 12th homer with those 3 RBIs tonight. So still just has 27 on the year.
Yeah, for 12 homers, that is not many RBIs.
No.
Brad Ausmus takes ball 1.
Another pitch right there.
Would you stop whining?
Wah. Fastball upstairs out of the strike zone a bit. Boy, he stayed on top of that one.
That's into center field. That's Cam Corn. 2 gone. Garcia's got 236 at bats. 27 RBI is not very good. Tell you what, though, I'd take it.
Yeah. And he's still what, just 23, you saying? Wow.
Yeah, left-handed hitter. We need a left-handed hitter. We got one, I think. It's going to be all right. Another year or 2. Maybe even next year. Jeff Leafer.
Yeah.
Davy Cruz pops this one foul. Konerko. And it's going to be out of play. Davy's 1 for 4 in this game, 1 for 9 in the series. Had a double in the second, then was robbed of a base hit on a beautiful play by Ray Durham. Line shot. Ray had great reactions on it. And he's 2 for 5. Cruz keeping both hands on that bat better than he has since he's been in the league. So the Sox, as we mentioned, will conclude this homestand tomorrow night. Off day on Thursday. They'll leave Thursday evening. Head on out for their second longest road trip of the year. 3 into Toronto. Off day on Monday in New York. And Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with the Yankees. 4 games from the Twinkie Dome. 10-game, 11-day road trip. Final one of the season. Good rip right there by Tony Clark. He's 1 for 2. A couple of walks, a strikeout, a single, and a run scored. Yankees, as we mentioned, they've been hitting a while on the top of the 9th.
Ooh.
They're still hitting, and they're leading 10-6.
They're back.
So they put 10 runs on the board in the last 2 innings.
Wow.
That's into left field. Aaron Jackson is there. He'll make that catch. And it'll retire the side, but Kareem Garcia's second homer. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 7. It's the bottom of the 8th inning, 7-11-0 for the Tigers, 0-2-0 for the Sox. C.J. Nitkowski really pitched well. He really walked 2, gave up those 2 little singles. 1 to Konerko, 1 to Maggs. At 4 strikeouts. So he gives way to the hard-throwing right-hander Matt Anderson.
See Matt's numbers in 31 games, a 4.94 ERA. He was just recently recalled from Toledo, the Mud Hens. Now 28 strikeouts in 31 innings, but he walked 27, giving up just 26 hits. There's ball 2.
Well, we've got him at 100 several times.
Oh, yeah. First man pick is that pitch fouled out of play in a high heater.
You got to make him get it down, Greg.
Yeah.
Quiet hands and no quiet hands.
Yeah, oh, with that, yeah, sure. That was 96, almost helmet high. Lawton looked like he was trying to put another point on the board. Well, not another, but the first. 3-1 as that one misses downstairs. First pick in the draft a couple years ago from Rice. He walked it. Gabe Kapler moves to right field. Camara Barti, he's a speed burner, is in center. And Kareem Garcia moves over to left field.
I would imagine that knee of Encarnacion is barking about right now.
Oh, yeah, you would think. Here's Josh Paul. Breaking ball misses down low. Josh, strikeout victim is last. Nope. Check that. He's grounded out and flied out.
Now here's another example. A young man who's got one of the best arms in all of baseball, but doesn't have an all-speed pitch.
There's curveball again. He misses. 2-0.
And when we say all-speed pitch, something he can get over for strikes, they're going to cause concern to the hitter. So if he gets 3 over, it's just a bad break. So you just got to grab some bench, but you're just going to sit on that number 1. And I don't care how hard he throws, you can get it.
There's a strike on the inside corner. That one's 95. 2-1 on Paul with Ray Durham on deck.
That's why hitting against those hard throwers, you know, in years past, like a Nolan Ryan, when I hit against him, he was young. He was nice to hit at because he couldn't get a breaking ball over.
Oh, yeah, later on, he had one of the better
boy, Josh. Congratulations, big guy. Papi Hidalgo gives it to Mark Anderson.
Well, obviously he's looking for the fastball, got it, got the head of the bat out front. Something he wasn't able to do against Nitkowski. Ray Durham takes it up high. Two-0.
There's 2 things going to determine, as Warthen comes out, the pitching coach, the future of Matt Anderson. And the first one being, how much of a competitor is he? That's number 1.
Yeah.
Because when you're throwing 100 in college, you're going to have a lot of success. Aluminum bats or no aluminum bats, they still have to make contact.
That's right.
So usually guys who have those great arms have not had to compete that much. They've had overpowering talent. So his competitive spirit is going to be number one. Number two is how quick can he come up with an off-speed pitch that he can get over for a strike consistently.
Well, he was optioned to the minor leagues on June 7th. He was recalled on August 16th. There's a strike, 2-1. Darren Jackson on deck. Ray looking for his first hit in this series. He's 0 for 6 with a walk. Takes that one high. 3-1.
Of course, if he can get real good location with that fastball, he could just get by on that.
Yeah, but
anybody who can spot the fastball can pitch in the big leagues.
Popped up. Shallow center. Davy Cruz calls for it and he makes the catch. So there's one gone.
But there's one proviso in there. You can't make any mistakes.
Yeah, that's true. But when everybody's dialing up for that pitch, you know, pitch after pitch after pitch.
Well, still, you can if you can spot it. You know, everybody talks. You get hard throwers like Goose Gossage. You know, coming out.
I was thinking of Goose. Yeah.
You know, Goose had great control.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he had with that all that arms, legs, fanny, shoulders. Here it comes. And that big windup he had great control.
Yeah, and that was another thing that he had going for him was his motion.
Sure.
I mean, you couldn't pick that ball up, so that 100-mile-an-hour looked even faster. You just never picked the ball up from Sir Guccifer. There's a strike on a breaking ball.
And he was a tremendous competitor.
Tell me about it. He threw one at me one night in Yankee Stadium. My heart stopped. Next thing I knew, my feet were straight up in the air.
You landed on your shoulders?
Yeah. And then he threw a slider in the outside corner.
Grab some bits.
See ya. I mean, that's okay. I'm still alive.
Remember when he hit Penguin in the head?
Yeah, in the World Series.
That was scary.
Yeah. One and two.
Boy, I was sitting at home watching that, and I'll tell you what, I was such a not so much Yankee fan, but anti-Dodger fan. I wanted the Yankees winning the worst way because of the American League, obviously.
Sure.
And when he hit him, I'll tell you, I came right up out of that seat. I just was sitting there holding my breath. I thought he'd kill him.
Well, you know, the thing, Penguin didn't wear a flap either. Just wore that little, you know, no ear flap. There's a grounder towards shortstop. Davy Cruz, he'll get the force at second. Here's a hard thrower. Francisco Cordero. Well, he was impressive when we saw him in that last road trip to Detroit. Youngster. He can bring it.
Yeah, coming off a fractured right elbow.
Yeah, how about that? So here's Carlos Lee. Two out runners at the corners, 7-0 Detroit. Carlos is 0 for 3. Fastball misses away. Pours that one in there. 1-1. That had some tailing action right there, and that 95-mile-an-hour heater. Oh boy, he kills this one. Wow.
Caballo can dial it up.
Boy, did he ever. That's 96 right on the inside corner.
He can. Woo! Now that's what's going to make Carlos 2 or 3 years from now really something special.
Yeah.
He's a good all-speed hitter, and I don't care how hard you throw. He can dial it up.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good swing. Just misses keeping it fair. There's a grounder to the third. Palmer gets the force play. So the Sox threaten come up empty, and after 8, Tigers lead it by 7. Seven nothing Detroit, top of the 9th inning. Boy, it's been all Tigers. 7-11-0 to 0-3-0. C.J. Nitkowski and Matt Anderson worked the 8th inning. So Nitkowski in line to pick up only his 3rd victory of the season. And Billy Seamus comes out to work the 9th for the Sox. Billy in 63 games, 5-3, a couple of saves, .395 is his earned run average. 67 hits in 66 innings, 28 walks, 36 strikeouts. He'll face Dean Palmer, who had a 2-run homer his last time up. Strike, fastball. Dino. Oh, he ripped that one to center field. Great top hand on a fastball up and out over the plate. He's short and quick right there.
Got one of the shortest swings in all of baseball.
Oh, and he's hot. He'll hit homers in bunches. Got 33 with 89 RBIs. Pops that one foul. Konerko can't get there. Well, tomorrow it's going to be James Baldwin against Brian Moeller. Sox still had a 6-4 game lead in the season series. That should go to 6-5 tonight. And we'll have that game for you on Fox Sports Net Chicago. Coverage starts at 6:30 with the game room. There's a slider, didn't get it. Good try there by Seamus. Sox are playing Palmer to hit the opposite way. A big gap in left center. And the Yankees. Ooh. Didn't get that one either. Yankees wound up beating Toronto 10-6, so George can rest a little easier tonight. Wow. Came inside. That's not his A swing.
I've always thought that if Dean Palmer had a better way of getting loaded up, he would have been a much, much better hitter. He gets stuck so many times.
Grounder. Foul. Norton had no chance to make the play, so he decided to let it roll foul.
And right now, let's check out our Advanced Auto Parts Player of the Game. 26-year-old southpaw C.J. Nitkowski. As we talked about earlier, you look at him, didn't look at his past record, you say this guy ought to be a 15-16 game winner. He really pitched well tonight. 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Our Advanced Auto Parts Player of the Game.
Yeah, but the Sox, he caught him at the right time, though. Nobody's swinging the bat at all.
No, but still, he made some bad pitches. He got away with them, but he also made some real good pitches.
Yeah, he did.
Out there.
Oh, you got to give him credit.
He's got a good arm, good ability, got good movement. But until he comes up as Palmer goes down, he'll grab some bench. And that's out number 1. So he comes up with a good changeup. He's still going to struggle.
I would think so. There's Damian Easley. 1 for 4, a single. And the big hitter tonight was Kareem Garcia. 4 for 4, a couple of homers, a single and a double. One and 0. Robert Fick on deck. Grounder to third. Norton. Pirouette. He got him, 2 down.
You know, when we were talking about Dean Palmer right there not getting loaded up consistently, what we mean by that is he doesn't have a way to get started where he gets back on the right side. And when you get back on your right side and you get loaded up, then your first move can be a pull with the bat. when you don't get back on that right side consistently, your first move is going to be a push with the bat. And that's what he does a lot of times.
Yeah.
When he doesn't get loaded up, he has to push it. And when you push the bat, you're going to miss an awful lot of good pitches to hit.
Yeah. Vick fouls it. Flies it. Foul.
And with his ability, he's still got 33 homers. He's
Yeah.
gonna drive in 100. You know, he just has terrific ability. Does that short swing.
Liner foul out of play. 0-2 now on Vick. Robert, with that one hit in the season, that was that 3-run homer that eventually won the game. Sox had a 2-run homer from Naughton, but that was all the scoring last night. So the Sox. There's a jam shot up the middle. Ray. He's got him. What a nice play by Durham. Wow. Woo! 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers. They need a bunch as we go to the bottom of the ninth.
Big Jim Angio down there with his 84 monitors. And a reminder, the director for Chicago White Sox baseball on Fox Sports Net Chicago is Big Jim Angio. Our producer, Jim Corno Jr. The associate producer is Dave Ross. Assistant director, Kathleen Mundy. Stage manager is the mayor, Mean Joe Groob. Production manager, Moheen Ramsey. And our executive producer is Handsome Dan Lafferty.
This guy can bring it right here. Well, he was impressive the last time No, that's Nelson Cruz, isn't it? Sure is.
That's Nelson Cruz, yeah.
It certainly is. It is not Cordero. Ah! One of your relatives just perched next to me here.
Right.
Scared the living daylights out of me.
Hello, sweetness.
Yeah, go over there by your grandfather.
Cruz first pitch to Mags, taken for ball 1.
This has been a real bad night.
You don't have any popcorn or anything around? One and one to count. Mags 1 for 3. Single back in the 4th inning. 7-11-0. While the Tigers 0-3-0.
You think he's going to leave soon?
Chops that one foul. There's the pitching right in front of the Whipperoo.
I'm not afraid.
What are you screaming for?
We're being attacked here. He just came flying in just before the inning started. First time for everything, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, actually, that just shows, pitchers have tremendous instincts. And they just shows that he understands what a compassionate, caring, and gentle person you are. So that's a compliment.
Right.
Chose you, Duke, out of all the people here. Well,
don't they call them rats
few
with
of them.
wings?
Mags cannot, and that's out number 1. So 1 out, and it'll bring up Paul Konerko.
I thought Alfred Hitchcock was going to show up with about 1 million of his friends.
The way the group flew out of here.
Yeah. Oh. His hair turned white. Look.
Volley 1 for 2. Takes that pitch down low. He has single, walked, and popped. He just missed one. Had a slurve from Nitkowski just underneath it. There's a strike, and the count evens at 1. Boston defeated Cleveland 12-3. Yankees over the Blue Jays 10-6. If you're just joining in, Seattle beat Tampa Bay 5-1. Junior ranked out 45. As the count moves to 2-1. Baltimore leading Oakland 13-6, top of the 9th. Camden Yards. Texas at Minnesota still tied at 3. Bottom of the 7th. Over in the National League, Cubs beat the Reds 4-3 at Synergy Field. Bottom of the 8th in Colorado, 7-1 Rockies over the Mets. Now Paulie's got himself a count, 3-1. 12-2 Astros over the Phillies. That's top of the 8th in Houston. Milwaukee leading St. Louis 4-1. Bottom of the 8th in Missouri. D-backs shutting out Pittsburgh 1-0. Bottom of the 5th at Big Bob. And that's ball 4. So a strikeout and a walk for Cruz. And right now let's check out our Dodge drives of the game. First one coming in the 2nd inning. Man aboard, Kareem Garcia at the plate. A breaking ball from Aaron Mayette. Hits it way out of here, and then a high fastball of Carlos Castillo in the 8th. So Garcia 4 for 4, 2 homers, a double, 3 RBIs. Our Dodge drives of the game. Greg Wilson 0 for 3. National League action, top of the 3rd in San Diego. Braves shutting out the Padres 2-0. Giants 2-0 over the Fish. Bottom of the 2nd in San Francisco. And no score. Montreal at Los Angeles, top of the 3rd. So all the Major League scores up to date. There's a strike. Behind Canerco as the count moves to 3-1. James Baldwin against Brian Moeller tomorrow night in the finale of this homestand. Maybe last time out, that's just awesome stuff. Great curveball. There's a grammer right back through the middle. So Wilson 1 for 4. Sox with 1 out, have 2 men aboard. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Brian Simmons. Brian's 0 for 3 tonight. Where'd your buddy go, Wimpy?
Oh, no. Far away, I hope.
Showing you a little sign of affection, that's all.
Yeah, right.
There's a strike. Outfield around to the left, gap in right center. Turned that one over, had some movement on it. Simmons got to hunker down or bristle up. He's 0-2. What job? Tigers with 4 in the 2nd, 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. Sox stranded only 6 men. So it was Dave Malicki last night. He put a clinic on.
Yeah.
And Bukowski comes out tonight and has a fine outing. It was better. Here's a 2-2. Could not check it up on the change. So Cruz, best pitch is the change. Strikes out his second man, 2 gone.
Without question. He's got a great delivery with it. Almost looks like a screwball coming out of his hands. And he gets Brian Simmons.
So here's Norton. Already 0 for 2. Outfield just about straight away. Ballhead did have some movement, tailing away. Changeup out in front. And this ball game is over. So the Sox get shut down on 4 hits. Given up by Tiger pitching as the Tigers make it 2 in a row. They win last night 3-2, shut them out 7-0 tonight. And it was just too much Nitkowski and not enough. Well, the Sox just in an offensive funk right now.
They really are, Hawk. And of course, Kareem Garcia with his 4 for 4, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. That was certainly enough offense that Nitkowski needed. But you're right, Nitkowski pitched a heck of a ball game. He had real good stuff, but the Sox are really in a team funk right now offensively.
And the final totals for the Tigers: 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They stranded 8 for the Tigers. For the Sox, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. They also left 8. Mayette the loser in his first major league start. He's 0-1. Nitkowski picks up his 3rd victory of the season. And a reminder, be sure and join us tomorrow night when the Sox host these Tigers. From Comiskey Park, coverage begins with the game room at 6:30, followed by the game at 7. Coming up next, it'll be Fox Sports News. So for Wimpy, for Jimmy, for Jim Jr., for Dave, for the mayor, Joe Groove, this is Hawk. So long, everybody. You've been watching Chicago White Sox baseball on Fox Sports Net Chicago.